All right, let's get it. Let's get it. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, y'all. We're gonna get started in a second. All right, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to make sure everybody can hear me. Look, I got all my platforms up. We got Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Let me know if you can hear me. And we're gonna get started here in a minute. We're not gonna take long. Y'all know on Sundays this month, I am inviting people into my academy tonight. A whole bunch of people are coming. Um, Hey, see, Summer Style, listen, hit me. I'm ready to do it. Let's just work out the date, my friend. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to do it. Love it. Love your platform. Um, um, okay. So Coach Toy, oh yeah, hey Dr. Sue. Coach Toy, that's my coach. So listen, y'all, I want to make sure you can hear me because today in my academy, this is open enrollment. We only have 15 spots left in the academy. I think we less than 15 now. But we're gonna talk about this whole month. I've been talking about let go and moving forward. And I want to say, how many of us, y'all, are we're holding on to something that happened to us. We're holding on to maybe some memory of a past toxic relationship. Maybe we're holding on to something someone has said about us. Um, Maybe we're holding on to the memory of something. Um, and if you look at your life, if you look at your life, how many of you would say that you are holding on to something that could be hindering you from getting something you desire? And I want you to look deep inside yourself. We're going to talk about this in a second. And I want you to you just say, put a one in the chat and say, you know what? There is something that I need to release. It could be a memory of a person or a memory of a situation. It could be I'm holding on to something someone told me. It could be I can't move forward on a new relationship because I am tied. I have an emotional attachment to another relationship. It could be anything that you are holding on to that might be preventing you from getting what you desire. Uh, Brittany says, "How many times can I put one?" As many as you like, sweetheart. But y'all, the reason why I've let people into my academy this month is because tonight we've been doing it for 5 weeks, and once you come in on Sunday nights, it's free of charge this month. If you want to come, I'm going to be teaching on how to let go and move forward. How to let go and move forward. And if you come in tonight into my academy with my academy members, they've been prompted. They know this month has been open enrollment. And we want to let people see what's available to you because some of you are living in isolation. Some of you don't know where to turn. Some of you don't know what to do. Some of you are in your own head, and the only thing that you are experiencing is the story that you are telling yourself. And so here's what you do for those of you, before I get into my message today, for those of you who want to come tonight and you want to come and say, Coach, I want to sit in, I want to learn, I'm tired of being where I am. I want you to email me. The only way you get in, the only way is you email me at Coach Ken Canyon. Look at my name on the platform. You are my name, Coach Ken Canyon at gmail.com. And email me and say, Coach, send me the link. If you would, send me the link. It's coachkencanion at gmail.com. And what I'm going to do for those people who want to come, I'm going to send you the link. And tonight, me and my lead coach in the academy, Coach Rose Walker, we're going to teach on how do you let go? How do you let go of something? And how do you actually move forward? Because I explained this the other night, I did a live. I explained that I hate this statement. I hate the statement when someone, has anybody ever said this to you? You just need to let it go and move on. They say you need to let it go and move on. And some of you have said it to yourself. How many of you have said to yourself, let it go and move on? And someone else has said, let it go and move on. If that's you, put 2 in the chat. Put 2 in the comment section. If you've ever heard this term or you've ever said these terms to yourself, I want you to put a 2. And then I'm going to explain to you how detrimental that statement is, and so that you will not say it again. You won't say it to yourself, but I'm going to give you a statement to say instead to yourself. And so I went over this the other night, and some of you were not on the call, but so I want to go over again. This is so important. This is Michaela says, I heard it. I heard it before. All right, that's one of my good students, y'all. You would not believe how much she has grown in 1 year. And so my people are with me. I tell them in 1 year, if you're not better off with me than without me, leave. And I will give you your money back. But all of them are better off with me than without me. So anyway, let's get started. But again, for those of you who want this training tonight, free of charge in my academy, I want you to email me at coachkencanion at gmail.com and say, I want the link. I want the link to the class tonight. I will send you a Zoom link to get in just for tonight. And this whole month, you can get in on Sunday nights. We teach throughout the week, but you are welcome to come on Sunday nights this month because we have open enrollment. But I digress. So if you want it, email me at coachkencanion at gmail.com and I will send you the link to get in. And so allow me to explain to you what I'm talking about. So when somebody says to you, and when you say to yourself, let it go and move on, let me tell you what's actually happening to you. What's actually happening is your brain is perceiving something. So let me explain it to you. Michaela says, I am so much better after going through your programs. I appreciate you, Coach Ken. Oh, Michaela, I love you. You are so wonderful, and you have done so much in the last year being one of my students. Love you. All right. So here's the thing. So there is something that's happening to your conscious mind. Your conscious minded. Let me give you a quick lesson. Your conscious mind, there are 2 parts, your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Well, your conscious mind are thoughts, ideas, beliefs that you are aware of. So you are aware that you're listening to Coach Ken right now. That is what you're aware. You're aware, you're on your device, you're listening to me, and you're trying to grow with what we're doing. So that's your conscious mind. Well, your subconscious mind, think of your subconscious mind like a computer that you operate from. These are thoughts, beliefs, emotions that you are not readily aware of. For instance, your subconscious mind, if you think of it like a computer that houses all of your files, and your files are your memories, your beliefs, your traumas, everything that has ever happened to you, everything how people have programmed you, everything they've said to you, your people's memories of their names, and all of that resides in your subconscious mind. Now, your subconscious mind is this a computer that stores data? Okay. Now, in the data that your subconscious mind stores, there are beliefs in that data. There are beliefs in that data. And so here's the thing. In that data, there's a belief system about when people say, let it go, move on. Well, what your your conscious mind hears, these are your active thoughts. It hears that, okay, you're telling me to disconnect from my emotions. You're telling me to disconnect from my emotions and to move on from this thought process that I've had, right? Now think about what you're telling me. You're telling me to disregard what I'm feeling about what I'm thinking. Now, you get that? That's what your conscious mind is saying. When it hears, move on. All right. When it hears, move on. When it hears, let it go and move on. Okay. Now, when you begin thinking about something over and over again, that's part of it. Now, what happens is this. The reason I don't use that term is because your subconscious mind says, I am not letting it go. I'm not letting this thought process go. I'm not letting it go how I feel. I'm not. So you keep ruminating on it. You keep thinking about it. You keep playing it over and over in your mind because your subconscious mind says, I'm not. Okay. All right. Now, Nicole says, in order to move forward, God has to be involved. We must let go and focus on God. Now, there are a lot of people that I work with, Nicole, sounds good, because that focus on God, they are in the church, they love God, but they can't let it go. The reason why, because what God does, Nicole, he gives us wisdom to understand how psychology works too. And so what happens is a lot of people say, I'm going to let God show me. God going to show me. But God said faith without works. He said and so what God does is he puts people around that shows us how to do what we want to have, what we're supposed to do. Because also the Bible says this. It says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. And if you go deeper into that context, it's my people perish because they reject the knowledge. And so while you are right, Nicole, you are absolutely right. We have to listen to God, but you know what? God told you to turn on this live. God tells you, hey, let me send you to somebody. We reject many times when God sends us the very answer we're looking for. It's kind of like y'all heard that joke where this building was burning and the guy was standing on top of the building and the guy said, God gonna save me. God gonna save me. And then a boat, it was flooding. I'm sorry, it was a flood. And God sends a helicopter. And they said, now you can go on. God gonna save me. And then he sends a boat. And then you don't get on. You said, now God gonna save me. And then all of a sudden, then you drown. And then you get to heaven and you ask God, and say, God, I thought you were gonna save me. But he said, I sent you a helicopter. I sent you a boat. I sent you a Coach Ken to teach you, to help you. But yet you rejected the knowledge because you were looking for a quick fix, because you were looking for it to go away right away. You disregarded what I showed you. You disregarded one of my vessels teaching you. And so that is the reason why. So here's the thing. So when your brain hears let it go and move on, and your brain hears, and your brain says, I'm not letting it go. I'm not letting go the thought. I'm not letting go the emotions. So what Coach Ken teaches you, no, that's counterintuitive. So what Ken begins to teach you is, let's trick your brain. And let's say, if I'm going to tell you, I'm going to reword it. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say, let's let go and move forward. Wait a minute. What does that mean? All right. This is how powerful this is, y'all. I say let go and move forward. Now, I'm not saying let go the thought. What I'm saying is let go your emotions and feel what you feel. Let go holding it down. Let go suppressing your emotions. Let go of the idea that you gotta push it down. You ain't got to feel it. No, I'm telling you to feel everything you feel. Go through the cycle of grief if you've been betrayed. Go through your emotional progress. Go through it. Feel it all. Feel the anger. Feel it. But then I say, let it pass through you and move forward. Watch this. When I teach people to move forward, what I'm telling you is, okay, I don't want you to stop feeling it. Feel it. But what we're going to do is we're going to start taking actions as though the new emotion was coming to us. What? Coach, that doesn't make sense. Yes, it does. It does when you understand how the brain works, how the mind works. When I teach you to move forward while you're feeling what you're feeling, here's what the brain does. The brain says, you have not denied me, you have not denied me access to my emotions. So I can continue feeling what I'm feeling. But here's where the brain gets tricked, the subconscious mind. What we're starting to do is I'm starting to show you what okay, write this phrase down. Write this phrase down, everybody. Motion creates emotion. Write the phrase down. Motion creates emotion. So while you're feeling what you're feeling, not disbanding your emotion, not denying them, not regressing them. And what I want you to do is feel them. But even while you're feeling it, what we're going to do is we're going to start moving forward. We're going to start doing behaviors as though we have the new feeling. You say, what? Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. Watch this. So while you're processing your emotions, feeling it all, I'm going to tell you, start learning how to communicate with your next relationship. I'm going to tell you, get on the dating site. You don't have to date, just look at it. Just look at how they're doing that. Because what's going to happen is your brain is going to get confused, but it ain't really confused. But what your brain is doing, the more it sees you doing the behavior, because the brain operates in pictures, not in words. So listen to what I just said. On these lives, I don't have a lot of time to teach you stuff, but I will teach you some stuff in nuggets. You see, the brain does not operate in words like we think it does. It does not understand words like that. What the brain does, it operates in pictures. Whenever somebody says a word to you or says something to you, the brain creates a picture of what the person just said, because the brain needs a reference point. The brain always needs a reference point. And here's why it needs a reference point. Because once the brain has the picture, it attaches emotion to the picture. Let me give you an example. Let me prove it to you. Has somebody ever told you, said a name of a person? Do you know Joseph? And all of a sudden you're like, Joseph, and then they say their name. And then your brain is trying to figure out who Joseph is. And what happens to your brain? Your brain throws a picture in your mind. Oh, that dude, that Joseph, throws a picture of Joseph in your mind. And what does the brain do? Your brain attaches emotion to whether you like Joseph or not. Because your brain searches your subconscious mind and says, oh, I don't like Joseph. I don't like him. It attaches emotions to the picture. And now you will act based on what you feel. And so now you're like, I don't like Joseph. I don't like that dude. I don't like Coach Ken. He talks too loud. I don't like Coach Ken because he says things that I don't like. So you say, oh, no, I don't want to listen to him. But then some people say, yeah, I like Coach King because he give it to me straight. I like Coach King because he's super smart. I like Coach King because he's transforming lives. Now you attach that emotion to it. And so why is that important? Here's why it's important. Let go and move forward. The reason it works is because when I tell you to start doing the things as though you had the thing that you desire, the brain, the subconscious mind, this is the most powerful part of this. The subconscious mind does not know what's real or not. It just sees you doing something. And what it does is, because it takes pictures, it's going to attach the appropriate emotion to it. If it sees you being progressive, it's going to attach the emotion. Y'all, if y'all don't believe this is true, watch this, how powerful this is. I told this example the other night. This is how powerful this is. You know, you ever been like, my wife that lost about 70 pounds. She looks great and I love her and she was just amazing. And she at first, about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, before she got on this journey, she was like, I don't want to go to the gym because I don't like to work out. And this is what I told her, y'all. I said, I want you to work out 7 days straight. I want you to work out 7 days straight. Now, why would I be very specific with the number 7? Because I said, because her whole thing was, I don't like to work out. I don't want to work out because I don't want to work out. I said, okay, do you want to work out? No. I said, do you want to work out? Do you want to feel like working out? She was like, yes. I said, well, go 7 days straight. Go 7 days straight. Let the brain, and I told it to her kind of like this, and she looked at me like, whatever. I said, let the brain, your subconscious mind, see you actually working out. She was like, well, whatever. And then what happens is the subconscious mind is going to attach the appropriate emotion to the action. Wow. Yes, it's called habitual, because part of the way you create habits is by doing and not saying. By doing something, so that, I'm just giving you the why behind it, so that the subconscious can take a picture, because remember, it operates in pictures. And then, because motion creates emotion, now your subconscious mind is going to attach emotion to it. Now it's going to tell you you're supposed to be working out. Now it's going to tell you start to like working out. And then what happens after? And then she'll tell you about a month into it, she had to miss a couple of days. She was like, I felt terrible because I had to miss. Why? Because now she wants to work out. You see how this works out? The same thing works. Well, like, I have a client. I wish I could read to you what she wrote, but I'm gonna give you, because it's on this phone that one of these phones. And she said, Coach, this was today. She said, thank you. She said, thank you, because I found my footing again. And I feel like I'm me. I did not believe that doing the things you told me would bring me back to me. She says, even in the text, she says, I even washed the dog. She said, the dog even getting a bath once a week. I'm cleaning up my house even more. All right. And so I was like, wow. And so y'all, tonight I want to go into it, but somebody asked a good question and I want to react to this. Somebody says, I thank you for this question. Somebody says, Wacky Jackie says, how does that relate to your nervous system? For example, a trigger or a dysregulated nervous system reaction. I love that. Okay. So let's say some things are going to stop you from doing the action because of your nervous system. You get triggered. There is a process that I go through in the academy. I teach my people when you get triggered, when your emotions happen. There is a 4-step process that I go through so you can bring you back to what I call homeostasis. Homeostasis is how you're feeling before you get triggered. See, when you get triggered, most of the time you act immediately, right? You act immediately. Somebody says something to you. What do? Boom, you snap back. What I teach you is there is a process that I disconnect you from the emotions for a short period of time, where now you are not operating based on the trigger. You are operating based on a conscious reaction. And you got to get into my academy before I teach you. I can't teach you that. I'm not teaching y'all that here. Because listen, y'all, what I'm teaching people transformation. It is helping people change their lives. For those of you who want to come to my academy tonight, I'm about to get off. If you want to come tonight, we're going to be talking about moving forward and letting go. Again, this whole month, you can come in for free to my academy. You got to email me at coachkencanion@gmail.com. That's coachkencanion@gmail.com. For those of you who want to come, y'all, and for those of you who want to come, because this month on Sunday evenings, I'm letting people come in for free. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 8 p.m. So what I want you to do is come in at coachkencanion@gmail.com. Send me an email that says, Coach, I want the link for tonight. That we start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want the link and I want to come in for free. You can come in for free, okay? And I will explain to you everything about the academy. But y'all, tonight, I'm going to just let you get a piece of what we teach, what I teach. Me and my lead coach, Coach Rose, we teach. And y'all, we're changing people's lives. But if you want to remain the same, if you want to stay in the same predicament that you're in, then don't come. If you want to just listen here, and if you want to just keep listening to these negative people on the internet, keep doing that as well. There are people who coming on, y'all, there are people who coming on my pages. They're trying to come for me. And y'all know I'm ready for all the smoke, though, right? I love it. My wife is like, why are you? I'm ready for the smoke. You know why? Because what I say works. I am about putting partnerships together, relationships. I don't care what you believe. I'm telling you what works. All right? I'm telling you what works. It's not capital or lowercase. It's just coachkencanion@gmail.com. Just do lowercase. coachkencanion@gmail.com. And I'm going to send you a link tonight. Yo, at the end of the day, y'all, you got to stop worrying about what people think about you. You know, and there's a process. Y'all, think about it. I get criticized every single day. Every day. I don't mind people disagreeing with me. You know what? My wife don't always agree with me. And it's okay to have healthy dialogue. But I'm not getting into toxic stuff. You're not going to call me names and say I'm gay because you don't agree with me. I don't care about that. I'm just going to get rid of you. I don't need the negative energy. At the end of the day, y'all, is you listening to people who do not want what you want. You're listening to these creators who don't even have great relationships, and their whole thing is to get clicks and get movement. It's ridiculous, y'all. Stop this. It's time to move away from that. Don't you want a relationship, a partnership? There are good men out there. There are good women out there. There are people who are just as afraid. They don't want to pick the wrong person. But at the end of the day, you can get the knowledge so you can pick the right person. All right? That's my time. I'm out. I see y'all tonight. We're going to send y'all the link. All right? Peace. Coach